I'm Christine Berry, and welcome to Mindset Matters. Today, I'm going to talk to you about how to address your stress. The whole point of my Mindset Matters discussions are helping you to polish the diamond of your mind into a jewel that makes your soul shine. So join me as we discuss and conquer stress. My name is Christine Berry, and I welcome you to this talk. I thank you for being here. I am an advanced BodyTalk practitioner as well as an instructor. I'm also an advanced soul realignment practitioner and trainer, and I'm an avid home chef and gardener. When you experience stress, the first step is to love yourself enough to stop and do something about it. This is really quite key because if we don't care about ourselves, we're not going to take care of ourselves. But know that there is a better way. You can actually choose proactive natural solutions once you've determined that you are experiencing stress. It's really important for you to make time and space so that you can create peace. It will not happen on its own. And the worst case scenario is you don't address it and then something happens to slow you down. It's a much better option if we actually proactively decide to take charge and do something about the stress in our life. So you can reach for tools, and I really suggest you try natural solutions. And one of the most important things about these natural solutions is having them ready. I call it a contingency list. And if you have them ready, if you have a list that you know where it is, when you are realizing you're experiencing stress, you can reach for that list. I have found it's really difficult to figure out what to do to de-stress yourself by the time you're already stressed, when you're already overwhelmed and experiencing this feeling of constriction, and it creates confusion, lack of clarity, irritation, all these things that let us know that we're stressed. And so if you create a list, you will have a way to combat the stress really quickly. Something I want to tell you about stress that you may not know is that you want to choose solutions that activate the parasympathetic nervous system state as opposed to the sympathetic nervous system state. My list of natural solutions all work together to bring your body-mind into this parasympathetic nervous system state. And really, the simplest way to reduce stress is for us to get into that parasympathetic nervous system state because it reverses the effects of stress. And so activating this state is a really fast track way of getting out of stress and reducing the symptoms and the outcome of stress on our life. And we all know that stress actually compromises our immune system and our health. And right now, more than ever, it's really important for us to be cultivating a healthy immune system. So I encourage you, don't wait. Do something now. Run towards solutions. Sit down right now and either write a list or use mine. You will never know what works for you until you actually try these things, until you try something different. Now, over time, you can curate your own list of tried and true solutions. But for now, I really encourage you, please feel free to borrow my list. You're very welcome to it. And avoid wasting time letting stress get the better of you. Often we end up in a stress spiral, and this is when things can start to get really bad because we start making mistakes. We start to compromise our health. We can't get out of the hole that we're in. So take the time today to do one thing to de-stress yourself. And even better, do something every day from this list, whether it be the same thing or something different each day. I really encourage you to choose something that sounds like fun to you, that maybe is new for you, and to see if it works, to see if it actually helps. And if not, move on and try something else until you find the thing that really reduces your stress. So let's take a look. My contingency list is, first of all, take a pause. We cannot address stress until we acknowledge it, step back, diminish the stress that's immediately on top of us, and do something to de-stress ourselves. So breathing deliberately. One of the very simple ways that you can actually help yourself to calm down and reduce your stress is breathing into the count of, let's say, 4. You can choose your number, but let's say you breathe into 4. You hold to the count of 4 and you exhale to the count of 4 and repeat that for at least 4 or 5 repetitions. You can tap your cortices, and I do have a video on the Good Energy Hub channel where you can learn how to do your cortices. Okay, so this is something that will take you directly out of that sympathetic nervous system state into the parasympathetic nervous system state. You can also meditate if you know how. If you don't, I will have videos for that as well. Just keep your eye open for them. But even if it's just for 5 minutes, and it really doesn't matter what kind of meditation, as long as it slows you down and pulls you out of that stressful state. You could take a nap, even if it's a 5-10 minute cat nap. This can be really de-stressing. We still obviously are going to have to deal with our stress after we've done these things. But when we stop this spiral, we can start figuring out what we need to do and how we can change it for the future. Take a walk in nature, taking those full deep breaths. I do something I love, maybe gardening, knitting, cooking, reading. Sometimes I just need to talk to somebody, my husband, a friend, even a counselor, just somebody who helps me get a grip on understanding my stress. Obviously, that's a bit of a more long-term solution, just like doing something I love. It's something that you want to incorporate into your life so that it de-stresses you on a regular basis. And another really powerful way to de-stress yourself on an ongoing basis and for help in the future, sort of like a long-term range, long game plan, is to book a BodyTalk session. It is excellent at reducing stress, and not just today, but for the future, because we get rid of belief systems that are actually helping us create stress. And so when we do that over the long term, we will have less and less stress. Be playful, whatever that means for you. Dance, sing, relax, play hooky. I know I did that last week. Do something playful. Laughing is really good medicine. And then, of course, these next things are sort of, again, the long term. Assess the state of your inbox or your office. Address and clean those things that are stressing you out so that you can find things easily and you can move freely. Align all of the things that matter in your life to your soul's energy. And if that you don't know what that means, you can look up my Akashic Reading information, because when you confirm alignment of your choices and your actions with your soul energy center, you will find that you will have more vital life force energy. You will have more confidence. You will have more clarity. You will have more peace. These are just some of the things that I love to do. Thank you so much for joining me. You can find more about me at thegoodenergyhub.com, and I hope that you'll check it out to see how I can help you today. And I wish you lots of peace and lots of joy.